Hello, welcome to the first stream of Mishatel Broadcasting Company. No. Okay, yes, this is first time I'm streaming from my Linux machine actually. So I just set up OBS, everything works. But yeah, let me show you around. I hope somebody is watching, or everybody is asleep. So, hello there, my Linux machine with a little rice. Mishatel is a long story, but it's kind of an inside joke. So, uh, I was just playing around a few days ago with my friend's idea for Mishatel Broadcast Company, whose name is Misha. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I have. I want to do a little series of coding from a Linux machine, which is a new thing. So I hope that this is like a test stream, so we will find out if anything works. Because this little PC here, it's like a ThinkCenter tiny box, which is like a third of a normal laptop. It's very tiny, and it doesn't even have a GPU. So OBS is running on software encoding. But it looks smooth, so I hope that the stream is going to be smooth as well. We will see. But yeah, nothing is happening right now. So anyway, welcome to Misha OS. Yeah, I also totally forgot to put any kind of notifications on Discord or anything. Let's see. On my Discord, stream ping group. Coding on a Linux machine for the first time. Okay, there we go. Should I also tweet? Maybe. Let's put it as a reply. By the way, today earlier I was streaming some GTA San Andreas. I have a challenge to do one mission a day. Like, I just do a stream of one mission, completing it, and that's it. And that way I'm limiting myself to just not playing infinitely, but just playing one mission. But the thing is that I'm doing that on my Windows machine, so I have to switch from one to the other. And the most annoying thing that I found out is that Twitch info is really annoying to edit. By the way, is sound even working? I have absolutely no idea. I did not check. Does it work? Well, OBS says it's working, but what does Twitch? Yes, okay, it does work. Good. Everything is fine. All right. So as usual, I should do a little, as usual on my old streams on Windows machines. I should make a little note. How do you make notes on Linux? Well, I do have VS Codium, which I will use for coding, but for now, I'm actually going to use. Yeah, I can show you around. Wait, let me kill this Is there chat? Chat. Where is the chat? Why does it work? Stream manager. Sorry. Mod queue. No. Okay, there it is. Welcome to the chat room. Well, the chat is empty, so if you have wrote something, then I will not know. Anyway, there. I have activated my phone. Let me just remove the audio. There it is. Good. Okay, so yeah. Well, starting off, where I'm at. This is Arch Linux, by the way. You need to say by the way, right? And yeah, but of course it's a X-Face desktop, if that's how you pronounce it. But I've done a little bit of rising, right? I was just moving around the panels. I made it look like Windows, and I'm using this theme, which is called. I need some time to get around. Themes, which is called Doormaker. Yes, this is the theme, and I did a little bit of configuration to change the colors, because by default it's blue, and I'm using a default font which is like Fira code. But anyway, yes. So I use Windows key to open the application finder, and I can, if I go to appearance, I can change. Yeah, this is Desktop L. This is a pretty good one, but it's too colorful. It's also like Windows 95 inspired. This is like the default dark one that you get as the Arch Linux X-Face. And there's this high contrast. But I'm going to go back to Doormaker, which is configured for Mishatel appearance. Anyway, so yeah, I do have Windows key for app finding, and then I can search, and of course you can open the terminal, which is the main thing in Linux, right? Yeah, let's do a little bit of. Let's see. Let's make a new folder. I'm gonna call it streams, and let's see the streams. CD. I forgot what means. Directory something. Check directory. Chopen directory. Something like that. Yeah. So you use touch to create a file, if I remember correctly. We will see. And I'm gonna do just a txt file, and yeah, let's just call it to-do .md. Let's do a markdown, and I'm gonna use micro, which is like, it's better than nano. It's higher than nano. But also it doesn't use Vim, because I'm not a big fan of Vim commands. It's just a normal text editor, like a notepad, but it's in terminal. So let's see. So what is the plan for this stream, right? Stream number 1. I just want to play a little bit with C, actually. Let's code in C. Code in C. I hope you can see this, by the way. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Okay, and this is the most annoying thing about Linux. And by the way, this is the first time I'm coding in. I mean, I've used Linux before, but I've not used it like intensely. So yeah, let's code in C. And the cool thing is that in Linux, installing libraries, as far as I've heard, is like super simple. You just use your pacman or apt or whatever, and you install a library, and then you can just include it in your code, and that's it. Right? Hopefully that's it. So I want to actually start by including Raylib. And I want to make a little game. I don't know what's going to be. Let's just move a box, move a quad around with physics. Let's do a little, like, actually physics simulation. That's always fun. Cool. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't write on Twitter. Continuing the stream with coding in C on Linux for the first time. Well, okay, for the second time, because I tried it once, but I never included the library, so I have no idea how that's done. So we're gonna figure out on stream. Okay. Cool. Posted. I don't know if anybody is gonna even. Okay. Let's actually delete this. Let's delete this. And I forgot to put a link to the stream. I'm writing on my phone, by the way. That's why you can't see anything. Twitch.tv/Northgate. All right. Interestingly, on Twitch TV it says Notke without the H. Anyway, Leonu2, glad to see you back. Yes, I am back. After the, do you mean after half a year, or do you mean after San Andreas? Because after San Andreas I went to eat. I had some shish kebab, and I'm back, full stomach. I thought I'm gonna be a lot more tired, but not really. Okay. So, yeah. So this is the goal for kind of the first stream. Have some code in C, include Raylib, and yeah, let's actually tour of my rice of Arch X-Face. Okay, tour. I mean, I don't know what it is. Yeah, so by the way, yes, this Arch, by the way, mentioned. Yeah, so this is the thing that I'm using here in the terminal is called Micro. It's like basically a notepad in the terminal. And the cool thing is that it's not Vim based like everything else, because I don't know how to use Vim. So it's using this like normal shortcuts, like Control S to save and Control Q to quit, right? You just write micro, whatever, and it will open. And it also has some syntax highlighting, which is very useful for most things. But yeah, it doesn't have anything else than that. So yeah, cool. But for development, I'm actually going to use... no, actually, let's do it. Let's do the hard way. Let's start development in Micro. Let's start it with Micro. Okay, so yeah, first off, actually, let me keep this in a tab. And by the way, I'm using Ghosty, which was written in Zig, the terminal emulator. And it's pretty cool, and it's pretty fast. It has a really nice type, like how do you say, like anti-aliasing, because the normal terminal, it doesn't have a very good like look on the X-Face terminal. I don't know which one is it. Which is it? Development. Yeah, I also tried Z, but I'm gonna use VS Code for later. Anyway, let's see. So, oh yeah, I also have Godot, which I will maybe make some games on Linux later in Godot. So what I have else here? Yeah, I am using Yazi as the file explorer, although I do kind of, because I'm so used to desktop, to Windows, I'm just using this all the time, most of the time. But yeah, Yazi is basically like, I just have an alias with Y, and when I open it, you can use left and right to get into folders, and it has really nice icons, which are basically, I think they're basically fonts. It's like a font, it gets added, and you can really easily just go through, and you can even see the previews of images, which is very, very useful. For example, downloads. I downloaded some games, and there's a kitten as well, which is always nice. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. It's a pretty new. I did try some things like testing C, some games, and Zigdown engine and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna do that other times. But yeah, so that's Yazi, and it's super cool. The thing is that when you exit Yazi, for example, I'm in this Zig 015, I just go Control C to interrupt it, and it will be in that folder, Zig 015. So that's pretty cool. So you don't have to CD everywhere. But CDing is also nice because you can just use the tab completion. Of course, that's all new to me because I'm like Windows user. Please don't shame me for that, or shame me. I mean, I don't care. I never use Linux much. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Linux is actually pretty cool. You know, I mean, I think the primary thing, I mean, of course, besides being open source, is that it just has the package manager built in, which Windows didn't have until Windows 11, and Windows 11 now has a package manager actually. So incredible. But yeah, in Windows, I'm just so used to just going. You go to some website, you download stuff, you copy paste into a folder, and that's how you use stuff. You don't go and download. You get a package through command line. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And on Arch, the package manager that is used is called Pacman. So if you say Pacman, no operation. Okay, Pacman H, you can do stuff. Pacman, let's go for S. Yeah, the shortcuts are a little bit weird at first, but you get used to it. For example, if you do capital SS, then this searches the package database, or how do you say? So for example, we can say Raylib, which we're going to use later, and there it is. It found Raylib version 5.5, and it even gives you a little description, simple and easy to use library. And yeah, but we're going to install it later. Okay, I don't know, is there anything else for me to show you? Tour of my rice. Well, yeah, there is a lot of stuff that you have to, like, you have these panel preferences. You can add your items to the panel is what it calls the taskbar, right? In Windows, it's called the taskbar. In Xface, they call it panel. The start menu is called whisker menu. So you have to learn all these like new terminology, but it's basically the same stuff. And the cool thing is also when you install things through the package manager, they get added here. Although it's not like I use this much because I use the application finder mostly. to just like Windows key, well, Windows key, it's called super, to be like politically correct with all the other OSs. You press the super key, and then I can just say Firefox, and then I go to Firefox to browse some internet, for example. And I'm getting Telegram notifications. Great. Anyway, yeah, let's see. So, yeah, I don't know anything else, but I had a app also on when I do Shift Windows. There was an app that was called F-Search, and F-Search is like a super fast search where you can find any file. Very similar to how on Windows there's everything. Like, it's the best thing ever. You just go to everything, or in this case F-Search, and you just search a file or an extension or anything, and it instantly finds everything because it indexes the whole system. But why does this happen? This happens because it broke. It broke, and there is some dependency which doesn't work with this version of Arch or Xface, or I guess Arch. So I couldn't reinstall it, and yeah, I don't know how to exactly do it properly. I can try to do it right now if you are interested. If I go to, yeah, let's do this. So let's, yeah, and actually it's not in Pacman if I remember correctly. F-Search. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah, one more thing about command lines is that sometimes they will just say nothing to you, and will just continue, and it's a bit annoying. Like if I searched for F-Search in the Pacman repository, I want the command to tell me I found nothing. Right, F-Search was not found or something like that. But like it just returns, like was there a bug or something? I'm not sure, right? Because like did the command crash? Maybe. So sometimes I'm confused with command line programs, and I wish it said like F-Search not found and not like just crash the command. Anyway, so what did I want to do? I forgot now. Yeah, I wanted to try installing F-Search. But here's the thing. There's another thing that's called Yay. And Yay is basically another repository, another package manager, let's call it. But it's a bit different because it can actually compile code for you. There's a thing that's called AUR, which I don't know, something repository, and it can create AUR packages for you. It can handle packages for you and then compile code for you. And I think that F-Search is actually on Yay. Let's see. Yeah, if you go here, it will say, there's multiple. There's F-Search Git, and there is F-Search 0233. So which one is actually newer? If this one is hello.com.b, Arch user repository. That's it. I use PKG Builder instead of Yay for that. Oh, okay. So what is the difference between Yay and PKG Builder? Enlighten me. Us. So yeah. So which one should I install? I don't know. Try to install the Git version or the normal F-Search. Okay, let's try the normal. So I guess you press. Whoops. I pressed the slash as well. Okay, let's do it again. So Yay, F-Search 1. It says Packages to clean build file exist. I'm a bit confused about this. What does exactly clean build mean? Is it going to delete all the packages and then reinstall them? Like if there are no changes, why should it delete and reinstall? I don't know. Maybe if you, in the meantime, you mishandle them or something. If you edit them, I don't know. And there's too many options, which I'm not. I'm not sure what exactly. None, all, abort, installed, not installed. I don't know. It is a bit confusing. And which one is the default? That's the thing. I have no idea. Is none default? I guess. Let's try just pressing enter. Diffs to show. Not much of a difference. There are several automated AUR installers, says com.b. Okay, let's just enter and use defaults. Making package, and there you go. There's something already. Oh no, okay, that's just verification. Using existing source directory 3. Sources are ready. Build time dependencies. Okay, that's everything is fine. Okay, it just is asking for my password. Resolving warning cannot resolve lib so a dependency I've searched the following package cannot be upgraded due to unresolved dependency. There you go. So I tell you that do you want to skip the above package for this upgrade? Yeah, I kind of don't want to, if it's a dependency. Yeah, there you go. There is this dependency, and for some reason it's broken in the latest versions. And I guess I don't know. Maybe I can solve it somehow, but I'm not versed in Linux yet. So yeah, if anybody can help please. Libcook. Okay, so anyway, but I remember that I had to actually uninstall fsearch. So fsearch worked a few months ago, and then at some point I had to uninstall fsearch because it wouldn't update my Arch. So that's why. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. It doesn't work. Let's see. Let's try the other one. If I do yay fsearch, let's do number 2. If it's gonna do anything. Skipping, okay. Updating. Oh, it actually works. Oh, wait, there you go. The Git version actually works. Looks like. Okay, proceed with installation. Okay, well, hey, there you go. It works. Cool. Okay, so I was just supposed to do the other version. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's see if Shift Windows now works. There you go. fsearch works. Cool. Anyway, yes. So if I'm on the desktop or just started the system, I can use this to find any application. The super key, if I say Shift super key, I can search for any file. For example, PNG. And there's a bunch of PNGs. Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, that's the instant file search. Yeah, I was, for example, looking where is exactly Zig installed. So if I just try Zig, I should be able to find. What happened? I just unfocused. Yeah, look at that. It can find all the Zig files. But you know what would be cool? To find executables. Applications. Nothing. Interesting. Can you find... I thought that this would be pictures. Zig icon. There is an icon. Nice. Cool. Okay, anyway. There you go. So fsearch is pretty cool. Yeah, let's do some... Did I exit the ghosty? I think I did accidentally. Okay, well, what else did we have? At least I didn't exit BTOP. Sorry, I'm thinking about BTOP, but I didn't exit OBS. Yeah, talking of BTOP, that's a nice representation of what your system is doing, which is cool. Yeah, so this is like the task manager in Windows, but in terminal. And there's also HTOP, but HTOP is like an older well, that's less nice version, but it's still cool. And BTOP is like the fancier version, and you can use 1, 2, 3 keys to like turn on things and off, go through your processes, kill them and stuff. It's pretty cool, and you can see what's taking most of the process. And OBS, of course, OBS is taking 20% of the CPU. Nice. All right. If you can run zig, so com.b here says if you can run zig, you can just run where is zig or which zig to find where it is. Interesting. I didn't know about that. Or maybe somebody actually told me. But I completely forgot about it. And how do I make a new tab? Okay, there it is. Okay, let's leave BTOP alone. So yeah, where is zig? Nice. That's actually pretty cool. Which zig? User bin zig. That's cool. And you know, in Linux, everything is a file, right? So this is actually some executable somewhere. Where is, called where is, and this is a which. Well, okay, not technically everything is a file because there are some aliases. But this for sure is a file. What about where is there it is. And which where is. Okay, now I'm just confusing everybody. All right. Yeah, let's so yeah, user bin zig. All right. So one thing that we're going to need now, let's make a C program. I'm going to make a new repository, and let's use Yazi. I'm going to go create a new repo here. How do I create a new file, a new folder? N? No. I don't know the... okay, let's see. Firefox. Yazi shortcuts new folder. Let's learn something. In Yazi, you can press semicolon. No. Built-in command line. Oh, it has a built-in command line. Okay. On a semicolon. Okay, there it is. So I could do mkdir here, I guess. Mkdir. Cool new. No, let's say cool Raylib game, which is eventually going to be a Raylib game. All right, but I guess you can have some kind of a type create command. Okay, right. But there must be a Yazi shortcut. Okay, new folder. Let's see, folder or directory. It's impossible that it doesn't have anything. New file. No. Interesting. So maybe it doesn't even have it. So I guess you have to use the shell. So semicolon, yeah, semicolon. I'm never gonna remember this. Okay, so in the cool Raylib game, let's create a file. We're gonna call it first thing. Let's just call it first. Okay, there it is. So in the first, oh yeah, right. I'm gonna interrupt this, and let's go into micro first C. So open it, and as you do, let's write some C code. So we're gonna include studio H, if I remember correctly, and we're gonna have a main, which is gonna return 0. Okay, and let's do a printf of my first C thing on Linux. Hello there, stream. Something like that. Let's save this, and I'm gonna run this with GCC. So GCC is the C compiler, and also a CC. I'm not sure what's the difference between GCC and CC, because CC is just C compiler and G stands for GNU. So is this a different thing? Where is CC? Okay, and where is GCC? Of course it's there. Oh, there's many of them. Okay, no, there's only 2 of them. GCC is a lib and bin. So what's exactly the difference between CC and GCC? Oh yeah, one more thing, which is cool on Linux, is that you could do, there's a nice command which is called TLDR. So TLDR is going to basically, like, too long didn't read anything. So if you say TLDR CC, it's gonna tell you, it's like Google in command line, right? This command is an alias of GCC. Oh, it's just an alias. There we go. View documentation for the original command GCC. So we can do TLDR GCC. And the cool thing is that TLDR actually gives you a few ways of how to use it, right? So here you go. How do you build a C thing, GCC path to your source, and then you can output, or there's also a shortcut O. Try CC version and GCC version. Yeah. Well, there you go. It's an alias for GCC. So yeah, I could try version. Verso. Wait. Yes. CC version. This is free software. There's no GCC 15.2.1. And if I try GCC, it's the same thing. The interesting thing is that it does actually give you, there is actually a difference in the string, because this is CC and this says GCC. So maybe it's not just an alias. I don't know. It is a little bit weird. But there's nothing else. There's no other difference. Is it just an alias or not? That is the question. Oh my God, there's a lot of chats. Wait. CC is an alias for GCC or Clang, depending on what your OS uses by default. There you go. And I got some goal emojis. Nice. Okay, so yeah, display version. This is what I did. So yeah, let's build my game. And my game is called, what is it called? Cool Raylib game. Yeah, let's do ls, which lists all the files. I have first C. So let's do GCC first C. And if I just do this, it's going to create the file called a.o, if I remember correctly. So if I just do this, there it is, it compiled. And if, oh, it's called a out, right? But I don't want to have an a out file in my folder. So I'm going to destroy the a out. Let's try again. Yeah, there we go. And instead, I'm going to actually define a out parameter, which you can say with /o, -o, and we're going to call it we're just going to call it first. Okay, and there it is. And now if I go, it's a first. So if I just do this, it's going to run our executable. By the way, yes, if you're coming from Windows, you probably notice that there is no .exe or something, because in Linux there is no such thing as an exe executable. It's just this. There's no .exe. So yeah, if we do this, then first, and that's going to run our code, and it says my first C thing on Linux. Hello there. So there we go. We have a first thing on Linux, and let's do a micro here. Micro, what was it first? See, I keep forgetting. And yeah, one thing that I could put is a new line at the end. And if we try again, compiling and running, my first C thing on Linux, and there's a new line. It's not continuing in the same line. Hello there, stream. So yeah, hello there. The most important thing is there is no warranty. Right. There's no .exe and there's no warranty. So who knows what happens. So yeah, that is how you do C programs. And yeah, of course, you can do whatever else you want. Like we could do some arithmetic. We could do some A is whatever, B is whatever, and let's do a C is A plus B. And how much is this going to be? 157, I hope. And let's do a what is the number? And the %i for integers. And you have to remember all these things in C. Let's try to do, whoops, there it is. Control-Shift-Z doesn't work for redo. Yeah, let's actually write it like this. I plus I, let's see if this works. So A, B, C, and let's do a new line at the end. Let's not forget that. And let's now rebuild and run. What is the number? 123 plus 34, 157. Amazing. Let's do an endless for loop. Int I plus plus. No, how do? Is it commas, or I always forget. Is it semicolons or commas? It is. I'm always confused. I think it's semicolons. We will see. I is less than 10,000 and I plus plus, right? No, why am I writing commas now? Is it semicolons or commas? We will see. And let's just print an I. Can you do this? Am I gonna get formatted I? I hope so. What is it? What is this? Passing argument 1 of printf makes pointer from integer with a cast. Oh my god. Micro actually precompiles the code and shows you the error. Wow. That is amazing. Okay, what if I compile? Error. Passing argument y on printf makes pointer from integer without a cast. Wow. Cool. So yeah, I better do a format. As you wish. As you wish. I didn't know that it actually knows how to do C. Cool. Let's run. Whoa, that was instant. That was so fast. And by the way, I completely forgot to add a new line. So let's see. Let's do it again. Jesus, C first. There it is. My God, C is so fast. Why would anybody use anything else? Let's go wild. Let's do 1,000,000 because why not? Because we can do it. Whoops. We need to compile it first. 300,000, 500. It's like 1 second per 100,000. That's actually really impressive. Oh, there you go. And wow, does Ghosty actually show everything? That's a good question. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. It seems correct. Cool. So there we go. We can compile some C code, which is nice. Oh, by the way, you know what I forgot? Do you know what I forgot? I forgot open program projector. How do I start OBS? Wait. No, I want to go to OBS. Ah, there it is. It's actually there. It's just not shown. I completely forgot to make this device. It's options. Can I make it mono? Yes. And why do I want to make it mono? Because people complain. Because Zoom is actually a stereo microphone. So if I'm on the left, you can hear me on your left ear. And now I'm on the right, so you can hear me on your right ear. Or it's the other way around. I think it's actually first ever time. So yeah, first off, we do need to install Raylib because I don't have it yet. So we go sudo. Sudo means go there. Oh, did it fail? Did OBS fail? Stop streaming because it's just sent me another message that I'm live, which is weird, which means that my stream was interrupted. Interesting. I think the stream got interrupted a moment. Is it okay? Why Vision for All said ops? Did I accidentally stop the stream for a moment while I was explaining everything? Ops disconnected for 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, just 3 seconds. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So I'm gonna go sudo pacman Raylib, right? Because we have seen that. Yeah, you have to say su. I think su is to the just like update everything, but I think it actually works with apps as well. So let's do Raylib. Oh yeah. Wait. Whoops. That should be incorrect. Okay, there we go. Full system upgrade. Well, it's not full system. Net upgrades. What? Okay, it is trying to. Okay, yeah, I did the wrong thing. I don't want to do a Node.js upgrade. I want to just do a Raylib. Do I already have Raylib? No, I don't have Raylib. It's not. Oh, I think it's just S, right? It's not. It's not SU, right? That OS is Arch Linux. Yeah, it's Arch, by the way. Yeah, total installed size 2.25 megabytes. That makes sense. So yeah, by the way, I'm talking to everybody like they know what Raylib is. If you don't know what Raylib is, you should know what Raylib is. It's like a super easy to use graphics library. Simple, easy to use graphics library, and it's basically just one include and one library, and that's it. All right, so now that we have installed Raylib, okay, well, Raylib doesn't exist as a command, but I think, where is Raylib? There it is. The Raylib exists, right? No, it doesn't. Wait, did I install? Checking keyring, processing package, installing, running post. Yeah, it did install it, right? Okay, let's... Huh. Cool Raylib game. Well, I don't see Raylib library, which is interesting. Did it actually install? Did I incorrectly use Pacman or something? Let's check. Pacman install package. Yeah, you're supposed to use an S or SY. Synchronize the package databases with remote. Okay. But it does also say SU. Okay. What if I just do this and then install Raylib is up to date, reinstalling? But it does want... Okay, let's go with... should I update npm and Node.js? No, let's not do it. But funny thing is that it doesn't actually find Raylib, but it should exist. It should exist as in Raylib H. Interesting. How is that possible? Where is Raylib H? Ah, there it is. It exists. So why doesn't F search work? Update database. Do you need to update it? Interesting. Why doesn't it show? Maybe because it's only searching the home or something. Yeah, which... What is it actually searching? Is it searching for everything or... Yeah, I don't know. But obviously it exists. So anyway, it's in user include. Restart the terminal. But this is not running in the terminal. Wait, fsearch is not running in the terminal. No, I started it with... yeah, anyway. Goddamn notifications. How do I turn off notifications? Okay, it's Firefox notifications, actually. Anyway. Doesn't matter for now. So yeah, Raylib exists, and now we have to include it. So if we just go and say, now include Raylib.h, right? We should be able to have Raylib like in its window, but it doesn't have. It doesn't give me any. I think it's width and height first. Let's see, examples. Let's do the simplest core example. Yeah, this is what is really cool about Raylib, is that it has all the example. For example, the window, right? It's like just a basic window. And And there we go. You go init window. I don't know if you can see, probably not. Init window with height, and then you write what you want to have as a string. My first window. My first Raylib window. Okay. So let's see if this builds. I doubt it's going to build. Oh, whoops. I accidentally maximized. I accidentally maximized it, but I have no idea how I did it. What have I done? I don't know, but somehow I managed to maximize. Oh no, look at this. Now it's a borderless window. Ah, there it is. Somehow it popped out, and I have no idea what I did. There it is. All right. Can I get it back? Yeah, I can. It is struggling though. Can I add it in, please? You know what? I'm just gonna restart. Okay. God damn. What's happening with this window? It's going crazy. What? Now it's broken completely. Now OBS is gonna crash or something. Man, the windowing is struggling to survive. Okay, there it is. I just wanted to create a new tab and go micro first C, and that's what? A micro was the backup was detected for this file. Crashed while editing this file, or another instance of micro is currently editing the file. Okay, so where is micro? There is another ghosty still running? Probably. Jesus. Okay, so something is happening. I think the terminal is struggling because look at this. It's not updating. Come on. Come on. Unfuck yourself, please. I think we're doomed. There it is. It has unfucked itself. Let's shut terminal size too small. It doesn't let you run. Okay, so what if I kill Ghosty from within? Firefox is running 110 threads and using 600 megabytes. Okay, let me kill Firefox for now while we're struggling. Okay, well, seems like everything is running fine. Abort. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? It is not saved. Cancel. Yeah, let's try it again. Micro first C. Recover. Oh, okay, well, there it is. So, yeah, I don't know. Right. Was there another instance of micro? I have no idea. All right, so we have added the init window, and let's build GCC first, and it's gonna tell you undefined reference to init window. So it has no idea where init window is, probably because I haven't included it. So how do you do this? In C, you go what was the, where is user include, right? I think that's the one. Raylib H. Undefined reference warning is not the directory. Okay, it's looking for Directories. But maybe it's not including. Maybe it's actually linking that fails if it doesn't have a reference to init window. So I think you need to do LD and wait, what is exactly a lib? Yeah, where is Raylib? Where is, does it use a Raylib O? No. Okay. Let's see. What is exactly... Hello, Coffee and Coding. Nice to see you. I'm trying to build a Raylib, but I'm trying to do it by myself. Like not reading the documentation. Raylib build command GCC. Let's try this. GCC. Oh, it's raining again outside. Nice. O1 wall. That's just compiler. No missing braces. Path Raylib include. Link. This is what we're missing, I think. It's just L Raylib. Okay. So let's see. L Raylib. There it is. It actually worked because when we linked Raylib, yeah, let's see if it runs now. So first, whoa! Except that we're still running numbers, but we have the window. Okay, this is the cool thing because we have a window. And it died, right? It just exited. It's like we're printing numbers so that the window survives. Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, instead we should do the other stuff. So while not window should close, if I remember correctly. And do we actually handle any input in here? Raylib, yeah, let's go to this window example. Raylib window example. So yeah, we go window should close. And we do some drawing, but we don't have any drawing. Oh, and we have to call close window. Okay. But what if we don't? What if we don't call a close window? There we go, we have a window. But it's weirdly gray and nothing. And then when we exit, well, we can't exit. Warning, this window might be busy and it is not responding. Do you want to terminate the application? Yes. Okay, so we have killed the window because nothing is happening inside. Yeah, let's do some drawing. Let's do at least begin drawing and end drawing. We don't need beat up. Okay, let's do this and let's do that. Okay, so we have something drawn. We're there. We can exit. Yeah, so we couldn't exit because there was nothing being drawn. And let's do some nice color inside. What is it? Clear background. Clear background. And let's go white so that we have some, let's do, whoops. Control Shift left right is actually moving from a tab to tab. Okay, let's go red or something. Or pink. Does it have pink? That would be cool. Let's do GCC and let's do first. There we go. We have nice pink. It's Mishatel pink. We have a nice window. It fits with the theme. It's all cool. Okay. So anyway, there we go. We have our first C application, which uses Raylib, and we didn't do anything. Like we just used this micro app. We didn't use an IDE. And you know what's the next thing? The next cool thing we're gonna do? The next cool thing that we're gonna do is, let's create a new tab. Actually, I'm gonna do a, what is the name of it? Stream. No. I want to go to the home folder, and there is the stream. Yes, streams. CD streams. And then we have, okay, micro to do MD. There it is. Okay, so code and C, include Raylib, done. This is done. This is done. Maybe we can do like this instead. Done. Okay, include Raylib, done. Move a quad around with physics. Let's not move anything with physics yet. The cool thing that we're gonna do is make our own build system with blackjack and hose. And hose, as we have found out while playing GTA San Andreas. Okay, anyway. Clear background, yes. So, what do I mean by a build system? Well, what was I doing right now? I called this GCC first Raylib, right? To recompile, I had to do this. And I had to do this to run. But I kind of want to do that in one function. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little batch script. Touch. And let's do the batch script is going to be called build.sh, because that's how you do batch scripts on Linux. Okay, let's exit this, and we're gonna do micro build sh, and now we're gonna copy. I'm gonna take this. Oh fuck! No, I didn't want. I want to select all. How do I select all? Oh no. Like this. That's how you select all. Well, no, you don't do that. God damn. Control Shift C. Finally. Okay, and we're gonna Control Shift V. And I'm gonna say here dot slash first. And there we go. So we have the build. And the way we're gonna run it is we're just gonna say sh build sh. So that's basically gonna, I can't write, that's gonna run the build script, which in our case is this. And when we do that, we press enter, there we go. We have built and we have run at the same time. Cool. There we go. We have our build script. But I think, if I remember correctly, there is some other stuff that you can add into the command line to have a better output. Yeah, like this. O1 means optimization level 1, which means no optimizations, I think. Enables all standard warning. Yeah. So you really want to do this in C. You really want to do this in C because it doesn't actually tell you a lot of stuff otherwise. Which standard? I don't really care. Missing braces presses, warnings about missing braces and initializers. Okay, I don't care about that. Include lib links against Raylib. So OpenGL L32 links against the necessary Windows-specific libraries that Raylib depends on for graphics. Maybe this is Windows-specific though. Wait. Okay, let's see if wall works first. Let's do a build. There it is. Did it actually complain about anything? Initializing, not really, no. Okay. So it totally works. Raylib build command Linux. Okay, so what the hell is LGL? These are common system libraries that Raylib often depends on for graphics, math, threading, dynamic linking functionality in Linux. Well, it works, so maybe it's okay. So yeah, I don't know if it makes any difference if I add this or not. Who knows? How do I get my Raylib project to compile? Let's see what it says. The Raylib repository has templates for different build systems. Does it have like bash for coder? Builder. Wow. Builder. I never heard of this IDE. Okay, anyway. But I think it works fine. Okay, let's do some graphics. Let's do some graphics now that we have the batch script. All right, so I think it's time make our own build system. Well, we did it. Move a quad around with physics. Yeah, let's do this, and then I can end the stream in success. Yeah, so now that we have created this and we have struggled with doing micro, let's advance into better territory, and that's actually using VS Codium, which is a VS Code but with stripped out Microsoft stuff. So if you say VS Codium dot, it will open it in the current folder. So there we go. We have everything, and we are basically in VS Code, but on Linux. And the cool thing is that what I have installed here is the extension called clangd, and this actually gives you C completion, navigation, and insights. And as you can see, there is this what are these called? Inlay hints, yeah, which I hate, by the way. But it actually gives us completion now. Let me zoom in a bit. it actually gives us completion for C and for Raylib. So we don't have to Google it every time, how to do things. Now, while we type, there it is. We have everything, and we can even tab to see what's going on. Okay, so that's cool. And one more thing is we can either use this, we can use Ghosty, or you can use built-in terminal, whatever. I am kind of used to using the built-in terminal on Windows, but I don't have to use it. So yeah, let's make a little rectangle. So while we're drawing, we clear the background. And oh yeah, you know what's another thing that we could do in the meantime? Make a Git repository. We should have done this a long time ago. Let's do git init. Using master of the name for the initial branch. This is the full what? If the subject change. Everything is okay. Disable this message with git config. I've never seen this message before. What? So there's like a complaint of, well, I know that this word master is like is controversial because there's like master and slave, but I never saw this message before. That's strange. All right. So yeah, since we have initted, yeah, we have stuff untracked. Let's do dot git ignore. Yeah, and I can actually do this here. So I want to put first as a build thing to be ignored. So git status, we only have 3 things. We had 3 things, but we had first instead. So let's not do this. Git add dots, which adds everything. Now we have staged it. So now I'm gonna commit. Oh, by the way, one more thing, which I have completely forgotten, is that there's another cool terminal thing in Linux, which is called LazyGit. And LazyGit is a nice terminal-based interface of like a Git client, which is a TUI terminal user interface. And you use tab to go through all the tabs, right? And you just press space to like add to stage or unstage. We stage everything. And I can just press C to commit. Nope, C is actually not that. C is something else. New branch. Wait. No. How do I commit? Commit C. Oh, but C. But here. I see. So let's say initial. Our first Raylib game on Linux with capital L. There we go. So I've committed. That's pretty cool. We can even keep this in a separate tab, and I'm gonna make a new. Tab for. God damn it! This happened again. I don't know what happened. So if you pull this out, I see. Okay. So if you pull it out, you're actually holding the window, but everything else stays. That's such a weird thing. Like, you can pull this out, but you don't pull it out. You grab the rest. Everything else, maybe that's a bug. And the LazyGit actually stays. So it's the other thing that's Okay, yeah, that's what confused me before, I think. Yeah, and I don't need micros anymore, so I can just kill them. I'm gonna keep this one though, the stream one. So yeah, lazy git, pretty cool. And yeah, there we go. What else did I want to do? Yeah, let's draw a rectangle. So I think it's draw rectangle, and is it filled or not filled? Rounded. Yeah, I don't know if circle is rectangle lines. Rectangle lines. I think rectangle lines is the outline. So rectangle is a rectangle, right? I don't know. Let's do a position 30 with 100. Oh yeah, let's actually make the window also like 800. And yeah, god damn it. Let's kill inlay hints as well. These are so annoying when you're editing text. Let's see, inlay. Enable inlay hints. It's not TypeScript. It's inlay hints in the editor, so you can completely disable them. There it is. Nice. I didn't know that there's an editor-wide thing. But I thought it was supposed to be part of the C extensions. Let's see. ClangD enable. Code completion, hover. Inactive regions. Empty rules. I don't exactly know what they call it, but doesn't matter. We have completely disabled them anyway. All right. So draw rectangle, color. Let's do red, and let's do 100. Okay. Let's see how this builds. So yeah, we have to go to. What was it? sh build sh. Okay, so I made it wide, but I didn't make it tall. Right? Yeah, I made it 200. Let's do 800 by 600. There we go. Cool. So there we have it. And since we're at it, let's manipulate the position. And we're going to manipulate the position. Let's call it Rx, like rectangle X. Let's start with 30. And we're going to move these into Rx and Ry. And we're going to do an input. Okay. Also, we should probably commit. Probably. And it's still running in the background. All right. There we go. Commit. Edit red rectangle. And yeah, we need to handle input now. Poll input events. I guess that's what we do. How do I actually grab inputs? Let's see. Raylib core. Basic window. Examples core. Let's see this. Page not found. Interesting. Because core doesn't exist. Okay, it does exist here. Oh, it doesn't exist. It's just a selector in JavaScript. Move the ball. Okay, there it is. So this is an example of input. Is key down. So you don't even need to poll events. Yeah, polling events is actually, I think polling events is done automatically and should close. This is what I do in my shakedown engine as well. I poll while in this thing. It's actually surprising how similar Raylib and my engine is. But yeah, Raylib is definitely more popular. And I didn't use Raylib before. But yeah, it's just doing stuff that is... it's just doing stuff that makes sense. Is key pressed? Which one? Key right. Yeah, let's do left. So this is a, what is it? Yeah, let's have, let's do a ternary operator. So we're gonna have x move. Let's call it x input. X input is, if left is pressed, it's -1, right? Else is key pressed right. You know, actually it's typing this is actually quite slow. Probably because OBS is running in the meantime. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, if this is, then I should ask, and I say if it's pressed 1, if it's not 0. Okay, so we have X input, and we're going to do the same thing with Y. So key down, and key up. So due to a RAM upgrade. Yeah, this is like 8 gigabytes of RAM, by the way. It's not like it's small, but it's not too big. You should quit micro before closing the terminal, otherwise it thinks it crashed. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so that's why I'm not using micro anymore. Well, except for the to-do. Hello, Sleepy Mushroom, by the way. Nice to see you again. That's why you got this recovery message. So what kind of project do you have in mind? I don't have a project in mind. I just want to like code a little bit in Linux and see if it's worth it. Sounds like you due for a RAM upgrade. Yeah, so this is just a little bit of testing and doing some coding in Linux. In C, but I want to move on to Zig. I want to go back to Zig and for example, one thing that happened in the meantime in the half year, 2 versions came out, 0.14 and 0.15. Well, technically 0.15.1, and they have some big breaking changes. And these days I want to tackle these breaking changes and update my project. So that's my goal right now. What are your thoughts on Windows current state? What does current state mean? I mean, I've used Windows 11 in my office on the job, and it's like it doesn't bring anything new. It's the same shit again. So I mean, how Windows is of a whole. I mean, it's fine. It's just you pay for it, and it is a little bit bloated. But I don't know. The cool thing is that, frankly, like when it comes to drivers and everything, it has everything it has everything, right? It's like you just install it, everything works, and it's magic. Um, yeah, Linux is not like that. But yeah, and the annoying thing is, of course, the Windows updates. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it. The thing is that for games, I must use Windows anyway. So that's the issue. Sorry for being far from the microphone now. Give me a sec. All right, I'm back. So, um, so where was I? Yes, setting inputs, right? X, Y. It should be working. Let's just, yeah. So since we have the input as a 1, we can simply add it to Rx, right, and Ry. And that should be it. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this runs. So left, right, there it is. It's moving, but I see it's pressed. It's like every time you tap. So I don't want is key pressed. I want is key down. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one. Yeah, there it is. Except that I've flipped up and down. So I need to flip these two. Key up and key down. There we go. Okay. So we can move stuff with input now, which is pretty cool. I keep saying, okay, let's move it to, let's not do this. Let's do A, D, W, S. Much simpler for gamer me. So, Sleepy Mushroom says, want to get your opinions of creating a Doom-style game in the modern era with up-to-date graphics techniques. Well, you know, Doom-style, I don't know. So, instead of ray casting, you use quads and such to create levels as an example. I still use sprites. Aha, I see. I actually seen something like this, right? You use quads and such to create levels. That sounds like cool. That sounds like a cool idea. I think you should do it. So yeah, we have movement. We have our character moving around. For some reason, it's really jaggedy moving. It's not smooth at all. It's not smooth at all. And I can see that moving the window is also not smooth at all. This is probably because of OBS. Yeah. Let's do a beat up. So what does it say? Yeah, Firefox again. 12%, 30% though is OBS, so that's a lot. Yeah. Okay, so since we're here, let's add a little bit of physics. And how do we add physics? Oh, hello, is a boomer shooter. Kinda, but I want to update the original Doom plays, says Sleepy Mushroom. Yeah, there's a discussion about boomer shooters. Okay. Yeah, so instead of manipulating the position as I do, I want to manipulate velocity instead. And we're gonna introduce floats, right? Let's do Vx for velocity and a Vy for velocity y, right? And instead of manipulating this, we're gonna manipulate velocity. And what this does is then finally we're gonna add velocity to our position. And so what it does is that it is created from a first order to a second order, how do you say, of in direction, right? Because you're manipulating any intermediate value. In our case, that's velocity. So let's see how this behaves now. We didn't close it. Oh, I see. It was actually running. So, oh, it has escaped. It's super fast. There it is. Okay, there it is. I can manipulate it slightly. All right. Well, here's the thing. Since we have this, we can also, let's actually say that it doesn't increase that much. So let's multiply with input, and we use f because it's a float. Okay, there it is. We have some slower movement, but of course it's sliding forever. So what are we gonna do is let's add a little bit of drag. So every frame I'm actually going to multiply some very tiny value that is slightly smaller than 1. And let's call this some drag factor or something like that. And I'm just gonna or let's call it the mult, because factor implies some kind of division or something. ry, and now it should be wait a minute, not the position but the velocity. There we go. There we go. We have some gliding and then it stops. Cool. So there we go. We made some physics movement. And I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for today. Maybe not. Let's try to do one more thing. Okay, actually, what are those Raylib? Okay, let's see Raylib arch builds command or something. Maybe there's something that will give us power, but I don't know if this is unsmoothness is just because of OBS or something else, or I can do some graphics library. Yeah, let's see if there is something. Compiling it works fine. Yeah, maybe it's the X11 thing. Let's actually copy this, the thing that they suggest, the thing that the AI suggests, like 1GL optional blah blah blah. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's see, what are all these stuff? Raylib, we have that. Okay, so let's add into our build script. Just to the end, gonna add all this. Raylib, LGL, LOpenAL, LM. I have no idea what LM is. pthread, okay. X11, okay, let's see if this does anything new. Yeah, I don't need the terminal. No such file or directory. There is no first. How is this possible? Okay, maybe just because I didn't put it at the end. LOpenAL, no such file or directory. Okay, so maybe this is not for Linux. Okay, so now this. Oh, look at this. This is way faster now. This works way better. Okay, so it must be one of these things that has actually made it compile much better. So let's see what's the culprit. Is it LDL? No, it's not. Is it LM? Is it LM? I didn't shut it down. No, it's not. LDL. No, it's not. X11. It's probably X11. It's stuttering a bit. Alexander. It's not even that. Excinerama. It's not even that. Okay, what the hell? Excel. Okay, maybe it's GL. That's strange. F86 VM, whatever. Oh, is it this? It's not even this. What the fuck? It's the cursor. It's not even the cursor. What the fuck? Now it suddenly works. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. So when I had it like this, it compiled like shit. So it is a bit buggy. And with everything. What the fuck? I'll open IL, no such thing. I don't know. I'm confused. It seems to be working a lot better. Maybe it's just an accident. Maybe it's just completely an accident that when I added all this, started working. I don't know. It's definitely weird. Okay, let's leave this stuff, even though I have no idea what most of these are. Okay, so shoot for the boot. If you're familiar with Selaco, then that's the idea. I'm not sure I know Selaco. First. So yeah, one thing where I'm making a mistake, I noticed something. I noticed that it behaves super strangely. Like when you go in a diagonal, at some point, it's gonna start going in a line. Like that's not how it's supposed to go, even though I'm not pressing anything. You see, it starts gliding left. And I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. What's going on is that I'm actually using, the position that I'm using is actually an int. And what I'm doing here is I'm multiplying an int. I'm adding input, which is a float to an int, and so it's actually converted into an int. And here's the thing: C doesn't warn you. C doesn't warn you about this at all. C doesn't fucking warn you. Is there a way for C to actually warn you about this thing? GCC conversion warning. Warning options. Conversion between real and integer types. V conversion by default enables the send of conversion, although it does not include conversion. Enables additional warnings beyond those included in WOL, and it includes warning about sign comparisons. Okay, so we're probably gonna need to add W conversion. So let's kill this. And let's go to, I'm going to do W conversion. And I'm going to do extra as well. Right, it's extra, right. Okay, so let's now rebuild. Aha! Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Warning. Conversion from int to float may change value. Conversion from int to float. Conversion from float to int. Beautiful. So yeah, x input is an int, and it should definitely be a float. And here's the thing, in Zig, this conversion errors are on by default, right? Actually, let's do explicit conversion instead of this. Let's do float here. And I think that should fix the errors with conversion to int. Let's see. Conversion from int to float. Yeah, now it's only killing. Yeah, let's make this a float as well. All right. So, and I think that here it's going to convert to int, and it's probably going to complain about that, but that's fine. So let's do build. There it is. It actually complains about 2 places now, which is this conversion, and I'm going to do this explicitly. Here we go. And I think that's will solve all our conversion. No, it doesn't. What does it say? Conversion from float. Oh, of course, I need to convert to int, not to float. There we go. All right, no errors. And look at this, smooth as a butter. And we can do diagonals, and it doesn't go into these weird contrivances. Okay, but we can escape completely. Yeah, so let's limit the position, la position, to 0. So if Vx is less than 0, Vx is 0. And if Vy is less than, no, actually, yeah, we're gonna do, you know what, if, so here's what, yeah, the velocity we're gonna invert. If Vx, no, this is what we're gonna do. If Rx, which is the position, is less than 0, Rx is 0. Sorry, I meant Y. But here's the thing, I'm going to do additional thing, because here we're just clamping the position, right? We're just clamping the position. So if we go down, okay. Yeah, of course. It's the ceiling. It's the ceiling that we're clamping. Because it's upside down. Okay, yeah, it needs to be more than... fuck, we need screen height. Screen height. So, yeah, let's do a const h and const width. Okay. That's going to be int. And we're going to do is more than width, no, height plus or minus the size, and that's 30. Yeah, let's call this size 30. Size size. And that's going to be const. So let's just say minus size, and we're going to clamp it to h minus size. Okay, let's see now. There's some conversion issues, but there we go. And the red rectangle, that's a position. Goddamn, this is the position. What am I talking about? This is not the size. Okay, the size. And of course, we need to do W and H here. It's getting late now. The size is actually what we're passing to the rectangle. There it is. It's this one. And it's actually 100. There we go. So it clamps to down to the point. There we go. We don't go beyond. But we kind of kill the velocity, which is not nice. If it's not nice killing velocity. So what we're gonna do is actually, instead of killing velocity, we're gonna reflect it. So Vy is gonna be equals minus Vy. So when you hit the bottom, you're gonna bounce up. Hopefully. Let's see. Let's see what happens. There it is. Whoa, that's a huge bounce actually. And we can, there it is. We're bouncing hard. All right, cool. But yeah, why not? If we have bouncing, why not add a gravity? Right, so a gravity, what is gravity? Gravity is a constant acceleration towards down, and I'm gonna call this G, and let's call it, let's say it's 1. Const float G, and I'm gonna add this to vertical velocity every frame. And we definitely need some kind of a delta time here, because this is not reliable. There we go. Wow, it's such a strong it's so strong. So let's put like 001 or something. There we go. We have a falling velocity. That's nice. But yeah, our drag is way too strong. Let's remove it. Oh, and now it went far and wide. Nice. Look at that bounce. Nice. Yeah, it's not it shouldn't be a perfect bounce though. Of course, it shouldn't be a perfect bounce. So, what it should be is the reflection should give us some factor like this, right? So let's say we lose half of the energy. There we go. Now it looks like a proper bounce. There is still bounce, but not a lot. And you know what? We can actually, instead of a square, use a circle. So that it looks like a ball. Draw circle. And there is no size, there is only one radius, right? And I think, yeah, this is a radius. That's kind of cool. So it's the center and the radius. Yeah, let's reduce the radius to make it a bouncy ball. Let's reduce the radius. Size, let's make it 10. That's gonna be a super small ball. There it is. It's a little marble that is jumping around. Let's make it slightly bigger, 20. There we go. Cool. Okay. I don't know. What else should I do? Well, I can also limit movement on the side if Rx is less than 0. Rx is 0 if Ry is more than width minus size. Ry is width minus size. So this should limit the movement. Well, actually, we need to have the size as well here, because now it's a ball. So okay, we have limited movement, but there's something wrong. Oh, yeah, of course, not Ry, Rx. There we go. And it's not bouncing at all. So let's bounce from these as well. I'm just going to do it one-liner. Vx is minus Vx. You know what would be nice to add? That's cool. We can play tennis. Maybe I should make a tennis game. 2D tennis game. Or something. That's pretty cool, to be honest. Just watching the ball fly. There's something about it. Yeah, let's actually increase the bounce. Let's increase the bounce. Let's do this 0.9. Look at that. Look at that ball fly. That is so mesmerizing. Such a perfect simulation. Boing, 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 boing. Should add some sounds as well. Looks surprisingly good, to be honest. How fast can we go? Bouncy ball simulator. Yeah, maybe making a like a two-player tennis game. Two-player 2D tennis game would be fun. I wonder what I can do with this. Make Pong, but with physics. Okay, what if I reduce the power? Cons float power. So we're gonna... And yeah, what is actually the delta time? Time... Get time. Frame time. Get frame time. There it is. dt is get frame time. And I hope that's a float. Yes, it is. So yeah, you know what? We're actually going to add delta time to everything. So this drag is okay. Drag is okay because it is it okay? Every acceleration should have delta time then. Power by delta time. By delta time. Yeah. Gravity should also have delta time. But we're gonna split this for clarity. It's the same thing, but for clarity, let's do this. And I think that's actually good because the delta time is wildly, like, it's fluctuating. But yeah, we also need to add delta time with the position change. Position is by dt. And in that case, we need to increase everything. Yeah, because this is now super slow. So velocity should increase a lot more by power. And power maybe should be 10 instead. Even more, but let's actually remove comments. Let's remove drag for now. Power. Yeah, still not the best, but let's increase the gravity. Let's do something a lot bigger. Nope, wait a minute. G. What if it's 100? Yeah. Yeah, now it's a little better. Okay, let's increase the power to 1,000. Yeah, now we're approaching something that we had. But it was even faster. Okay. But it's pretty cool. You know what? Can we do full screen? Toggle full screen. Yeah, and then we're gonna have H and W. Yeah, let's not do this. Okay, bouncy ball, let's add it into Git. Commit bouncy ball. Toggle full screen. Let's see what happens. Wow, I have no idea if you can actually see this, but it's huge. And yeah, everything is broken. Everything is stretched now. Wow. I think that completely fucked up. That completely fucked up my windowing. Is OBS still working? Okay, so there's something very wrong happening. God damn. Oh no. Oh no, everything broke. Oh no. Okay. So, I think, yeah, what you can see is like you can see my tiny desktop. The truth is that it's all over my screen. Like this little window that you see in the corner is actually across my whole screen. So, like, it's stuck. How do I restart the window? What if I just do this? No, of course it doesn't work. So I have to get it back into like a much bigger screen. I think I just killed the terminal. This is not it. Where is it? Ah, cool Raylib game. All right, it's not working. It's not working because I commented this. Okay, there we go. Slightly better screen, right? But what is exactly the resolution? Well, there it is. It changed the resolution of the screen. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, there it is. We have full screen now back. Yeah, I think that making it full screen is not the best idea. Can we do a borderless full screen? To achieve a borderless full screen, toggle borderless windowed. Ah, there it is. Toggle borderless windowed. There it is. Okay, so we have it across the whole thing. Except that our size is wrong. So yeah, the thing is that we have to find out the size beforehand. Screen size, get screen height, there it is. Get screen height. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. This and get screen width. And then we can actually create a borderless window. There we go. Cool, except that I don't see the ball. The ball is gone. So maybe there's something wrong. Okay, what if I don't toggle borderless window? I still don't see the... Yeah, let's... It should still be in the middle. Yeah, this is also... We don't need this anymore. I don't know why I don't see the ball anymore. Did I kill the ball somehow? Accidentally? If I divide strange. Get screen height. Void. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Of the game window. Aha. Specified monitor width. Yeah. I think it's monitor 0. And get monitor width. All right, I still don't see the ball. What have I done with the ball? What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on? Let's print the sizes. What does it say? Print failed to find selected monitor. Aha, it failed. Maybe it's not 0. Failed again. Okay, let's see tooltips. Raylib full screen. It is get screen size. Set conflict flags. So the conflict flags flag full screen mode. All right, we have a full screen. Size 00. Aha, get current monitor. Okay. Let's call it monitor ID. Okay, so monitor size 00. Why is that? Should I start? Fuck. I fucked it up again. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm really getting tired, so I really want to go to sleep. Unfortunately. But and this is getting me crazy. Like, why is it so complicated to get the screen size of a full screen? What the hell is wrong? And this is ridiculous. And what do I do now? Oh yeah, I fixed it like this. Display. All right. So maybe the trick is to wait to just make it okay, something like this. Without a monitor ID. Yeah, this is gonna be some default value. It's interesting that it built like this. How is that even possible? So if you leave nothing, that still works. Expected expression before token. Okay, let's do just default. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you can't do this because it will not change. And our ball is back, but also we got this shit fucked again. Why is it failing me? Window undecorated maximized. Okay. Man, this keeps getting annoying. Okay. Flag to be called after init window. It actually setups the flag and calls the following function. Okay, so maybe the flag should be after. Let's see. Nope, still small. Yeah, I have no idea how to get this. How to get the monitor size beforehand. Anyway, I think, you know what? It's working. I can make it a little bit bigger to show you. Okay, let's go for like square. There it is. So we have some bouncy ball. It's flying around. It's falling under gravity. It's receiving input. There we go. So we have a fun little ball. We couldn't find a way how to make it full screen. But I'm gonna figure out tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, that was a fun little thing. Coding in C on Linux. Definitely easier than on Windows, since you just have to include things. I don't have any I don't have a C. I don't have a build system. It's just this little command that sets everything up, and it just builds this binary. And I wonder how big is this binary? 15 kilobytes. Wow, that's insane. That's actually insane. And if I actually move it to somewhere, is it going to work? This is the question. Oh my god! It just double clicks, opens, everything works. Look at that. That is just insane. Cool stuff. Alright, and there's the endless bouncing. Alright, so I'm super tired and I'm gonna go sleep. But yeah, making a first thing in C on Linux was fun. You can do development, just it's a little slow with OBS and everything running on a tiny computer, a tiny server computer. Yeah, this is not what it's really supposed to be for. So yeah. Okay, see you next time. In something new. I'm going to try to do a San Andreas mission at least yesterday. And let's see the rest. See you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry for being super tired at the end, but that's what you get from super late streams. And the bulk came back. And it's gone again. All right. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.